We'll get back on the tractor, get over there, pick up the trailer, and there's my glove. I have to take a glove off to operate the GoPro, and then I lose it. So sounds like the farmer's over in his field doing something. Probably disking it. They just harvested, they harvested that field, I think it was like 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Yeah, they're probably over there disking it. We'll see. We may not see, actually. We can only see a small section of his field, but too much to do, not enough time. Eventually I'm gonna have to cut out that branch that fell. That whole tree needs cut down. If anybody has an apple tree knows this. If you do not trim those things once a year, they become overgrown and they become a mess. That tree has not been trimmed in, I graduated high school in 2014, so over 10 years has not been trimmed. That tree is going to get cut down. There's no trimming it now. I just need to get the ambition to cut it down. So let's hook up the trailer. On a totally different note, I think I'm getting over my stage fright of the camera. I am definitely talking a lot more, but that's a good thing, I guess. Oh, nope. He's spreading probably, I'd say probably lime or something. It's not a manure spreader, so my guess is he's spreading lime. But anyways, that's how the quick attach works. And since this trailer doesn't go out on the road, I really don't lock the tongue down hardly ever. I mean, it's gonna go out on the road eventually. Just needs a lot of work. I need a new wheel bearing on one side, get new lights and wiring on it, and then get it legal. But pay attention to what I'm doing. It didn't come with the title when I bought it, and in Indiana, if they don't have a title, they're kind of a pain to get a title. So I just been using it around the property here. It works great. All stuff like, you know, brush and whatnot back into the field. Yeah, works awesome for that. I use it every year when I trim my trees. I just park this thing right up underneath the tree when I'm trimming it and climb up on there. As I cut them, they fall right onto the trailer, and I take it back into the field and I throw it into a big pile. By the end of summer, they're dry enough to burn, and I have me a nice big old bonfire, kind of a summer-ending fire. So, I tell you what, I am so happy that's cleaned up. That looks a lot better. Still need a little bit more work to do to get it to where we can, I mean, we're gonna access that heck of a lot better now, but I would still like to clean up, you know, that a little bit, just to make it look that much nicer. We'll see what happens. All right, anyways, I'm gonna shut you guys off here, back this trailer in, and then put you on time lapse, because I don't think you're gonna wanna watch me pull all that out in regular person time, because it's probably gonna take me a few minutes. So maybe you do, I don't know. I'm gonna put you on time lapse anyways, so we'll get you on time lapse. Well, that's a lot better. Did you guys see it? At least now we can access it. I tell you, this side of the barn, or the shop, it ain't seen the light of day in 10 plus years, I'd say. I don't know. I know when Grandpa bought the property, you could access this. I don't remember it ever being smooth. I think when they built the barn, they had to clear the land and kind of level it off. I think that they just kind of pushed everything this way. I'm not sure, don't quote me on it, but I think that's what it is, just by how rough it is walking back through here. I am glad that I did it though, because I have a groundhog problem evidently. And this looks like I got a groundhog motel underneath the barn, which is not good. I'll have to get that taken care of. Otherwise my concrete will start collapsing on itself. It's nothing new. I knew we had groundhogs out here. I have taken care of them. Taken care of. They are a nuisance here in Indiana, so there's no season on them. Just take care of them throughout the year, and that's what I do. So we'll get some traps set up over here and get them taken care of. Now we're going to take this back. We'll dump it where we dumped the last one, and then I want to talk to you guys about a couple of projects that I have coming up in the springtime or in 2025. My 2025 goal list is what we're calling it. And then that'll be about it for this week, really. So yeah, let's get this thing back there and get it emptied, and then we'll talk about some, oh, you're dirty, hold on. We'll talk about some projects that we have coming up for 2025. So okay, we're gonna go empty this. Okay, so here's my other project. This one got bumped to the top of the list for 2025 just simply because of an accident. It's my flag area. I need to get all this filled in with dirt. So what happened was this used to extend all the way out to there on both sides, but I was coming home from work, coming down 20, and as you can see, it's a very popular road. So way back there, where actually about that semi is right now, I turned my turn signal on to turn, and there was a semi behind me, and he was a good ways behind me, but I don't know what he was thinking. I slowed down to turn. I was waiting on traffic. He must not have been paying attention. Because as I'm trying to turn into my driveway, he tries to go around me on the same side that I'm turning, and ended up hitting me square in the driver's side door, going full speed. He ended up, you can still kind of see where the grass is tore up, and this actually happened this spring, but he ended up pushing me right to there, and then he come barreling up through here and took all that out for me. So I finished it off, took off that side. I left the center because it's still, for the most part, pretty nice. I'm gonna fill it in with dirt, plant some grass seed, and call it a day. It was a lot to take care of and was way overgrown. But yeah, that's kind of what happened. I can't mention the name of the company because I signed some papers as part of a settlement, and I can't mention the guy's name. I will say, I won't say that. I will say he did try to pin it on me and pin the blame on me, but little did he know I had a dash cam, and he did as well, but told the officer he did not. and we never did get to see his dash camera footage. But I showed the officer my footage, and guys, that guy didn't even get out to check to make sure I was okay. I had to get out to make sure he was okay, because I thought, my God, this guy's having a medical emergency or something. Why isn't he, getting out? It all happened so quickly. I got out, he was on the freaking phone, texting. That's what happened. That is my biggest pet peeve, people who text and drive. I have nothing against semi-drivers. I know they're just doing their job. I do have a problem with people who text and drive, especially if you're a semi-driver. And if I catch you texting and driving while I'm out on the road, you best believe I'm gonna let you know. So those are my two big projects for 2025. They'll get taken care of. We'll get them all done. And then actually those are the last two major projects that I have on the property, other than getting siding put on this house. And to be honest, I'm in no hurry to do it. Hey, what's going on, YouTube? Hey, what's up, YouTube? All right, so we are cleaning out the old toolbox. Just gonna give you guys a look. I already cleaned out the top shelf. Not that. But all of that was in there, with the exception of my sound stuff. I got a bunch more to do. Gotta clean all that out. You can see, like, it's just little stuff that got thrown around in here. I'm just gonna throw it away. It hasn't been moved or messed with in years, and we don't need it. So, but at the same time, the whole reason for this is, let's see if I can find the drawer. This toolbox hasn't been touched in a while, and we live out in the country where there's mice everywhere. And if you notice, like on the walls around my shop, I'll show you. It's my temporary door for a couple of weeks until my other door actually shows up. But if you notice, there used to be insulation here, and there's a little bit of remnants of it. We live out in the country. Mice are everywhere out here. Whoever built this should have finished it, and they didn't. But anyways, it was just free bedding for the mice, and they decided to rip it off of there, put it in my toolbox. So we're just gonna pull everything out of the toolbox, get that all cleaned up, get the toolbox reorganized and looking nice. Probably not gonna film any of it because it's pretty boring. It's literally gonna just be me pulling tools out, cleaning out the drawers, and then putting tools back in a different spot. So I'll show you guys when it's finished. I'm not gonna bore you with all of that. Okay, it only took me like 3 hours, but I got probably 90% of it done. So give you guys a look. It's no longer just a cluttered mess up here. It's got all of our specialty tools and gauges, drill bits. I'm not sure what these are. I don't know, maybe you guys can tell me. I got a whole thing of these. So it's $2.90 on one side, and on the other side it's like $1.55, but with X's through it. And I got a whole bunch of them. So I mean, I don't know. I didn't want to throw them away. I think there's something from when my grandfather worked at the foundry, because this was his toolbox. Excuse me. This was his toolbox way back then. I don't know, I found this in here. It's pretty cool. I found some papers in here from 1999. So I would have been, 4. We don't want to talk about that. But then I got the drawers all organized. We got them organized by their size of drive that they have. And then all my nut drivers. Allen wrenches, miscellaneous tools that I really didn't know where to put them, screwdrivers, you know, the whole 9 yards. Got all of that done, and I got these 3 drawers done. Was missing a handle, so I improvised. Don't mind my welds. I am no welder by any means, but I thought that was pretty cool. It's a really obviously bent wrench, twisted wrench. Did way more than what it was going to do, so I just welded it on there. So what we have left is down here. I don't even know how this thing opens anymore. Let's see. Okay. So we have that down in there. Grinders, screw guns, 4-way. The screw guns are junk. There's no batteries for them. I'm just going to throw them away. They were cheap anyways. The grinder I'm going to save. 4-way I'm going to save. The rest of it's probably junk. Watch out, buddy. Then we got in here. I don't think I've ever actually opened this. Wow. So I got another little shelf here. That's cool. I can store quite a bit in there, actually. That's nice. And then I saved the worst one for the very last. And that's this drawer just became the collect all. I mean, it's a pretty thick drawer, and it's filled to the brim. So I don't know what's all in here. I know I've put the impact, the air ratchet, the air drill, and this little, I don't know, palm impact. Bought it at an auction for $1. I put that in there, and then the rest of this is stuff that's just been in here. I'm not gonna get to that tonight. I'm tired, hungry, but I did get the majority of it done. So that's what I got. Got the heat going over here. My improvised curtains. Pretty warm. I mean, I'm running around in a t-shirt, so had YouTube playing on the TV, got caught up on all my YouTubers that I watch while I was doing it. Now I'm off to the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band, fishing in the dark. So that's all we got for this week. We appreciate you watching, and if you liked what you see, give me a like and a subscribe so we can grow the channel and get you guys more content. All right, we'll see you next week. Thanks. Bye.